Suck at the Nightcore playlist. Okay, hold on. We'll keep the Nightcore. It's whatever. Just for now. Really quiet. Okay, I'm getting everything kind of set up here. I don't know. This. In this. Okay. My ace sprite attempts at pixel art, my god. Hold on. Be right back, and we'll try and work on this thing. I'm gonna try and add a couple things. So. Okay. Uh-oh. Coding sucks. Yeah, that's why I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and we just asked ChatGPT and shit. I got you, bro. The hardest part is we have to double check everything that it wants to do and make sure that it's actually going to do the right thing that I want to do. So let me pull up my stuff here. I'll show you what I got. I'll show you what I got. What up, Homer? I don't know why it says. Oh, whatever. Hopefully it's updated. Hopefully everything is right. It's showing right. Anyways. How are you doing and how was your Christmas? Christmas was good. Yeah, it's good. Everything is good. It's whatever. I'm broke. I'm laid off right now. I'm unemployed. I can't like afford stuff. So just hanging out with the wife and stuff. Took her to Barnes and Nobles the other day, and we kind of walked around and perused around Barnes and Nobles and hung out. So that was fun. Yeah, being a family is most important. Yeah. This is my little demo that I've got going on that I've made. This is one of them. I wanted to make a game that was like 2D. It's like people call it 2.5D, like 2D assets in a 3D world. So if I rotate, I'm holding left click and I can rotate the camera, kind of like wow, right? And so that's like a side face, and then there's the front face, and it's got right the camera face. It kind of knows what to display here. And then if you hold right click, just like wow movement, right? We're like, and then I've got attacks. We've made last night. We hooked up. Trying to dive back into it. It's been a while since I've opened these projects. Okay, I've got a lot of these little projects that I was making, and we hooked up the attack. So now it actually detects and does a point of damage, if you will. Just cool. Also was trying to work on my pixel art because these are not my assets. Okay. It looks really good. Thanks, man. Yeah, these are not my assets. I've gotten like asset packs or whatever. Right? But I didn't draw this. I didn't draw this. Let's see. Let's show the vertical side one. But like notice like the art like clips in, right? Like I'm not an artist, okay? But I wanted to try my hand. Don't laugh. This was one of my pixel art attempts the other night. I compiled a sprite and figured I'd take a shot at doing something funny. I want to make something. I don't know. Oh boy, first thing that came to mind was VVVVVVV. I never played it. I've seen, I think I've seen images from it. I just wanted to make something. I'm like, what? How do I make a person or a dude or whatever? Like this guy looks cool, and it used to be a different looking asset that we used. I actually flipped this. It looked closer to the little skelly dude. It was like a. I don't have the sprites anymore. I swapped them all out. That was the last time I was working on it. I had like swapped all these out. I was trying to find something that I felt fit better with the thing, but I think the first one probably fit even better because it looked like this did. I mean, it's an asset pack of this stuff. Looks very similar. Little dude. But I don't know. And then the whole terrain 3D. So this is Godot. One of the plugins, I think, the terrain 3D. You can like, make mountains and stuff, but I don't have textures. I don't have anything. Maybe I could buy them. There was a pack that we had, like I said, with these guys that has like textures, and so maybe I don't know. I wanted to try and make like 2D buildings. I have like all kinds of like little ideas that I wanted to try, but I think the more important thing is to just design like the systems, try and make it feel fun to just walk around in or whatever. I don't know about making environments. Like I've used Blender like once before. I've made a donut in Blender and that's about it. I want to show off some of my other projects though, because you're here. So that's one. Start slow, enjoy doing it, because if you do more all at once, you'll get burned out. So we've done a few different projects. It was a few of us were working on games. Initially, it was this. I was propositioned by some old friends. I don't think you know them. But some very old friends from like the 3rd grade, like elementary and middle school. And these guys are super cool, and they do coding and stuff. And it was a while back, and they propositioned me to like, let's work on a game together. Now, what you just saw, that they did not work on with me. That's all me. And the ones that I'm going to show you is all me. But I'll show you the ones that we tried to kind of work on together. But that's what like had started this. And this was a while back. These are, yeah, 2024. February 2024. But check this one out. I think you'd enjoy maybe this one too. Different style, obviously, when you see it here in a second. And we're trying to learn C#. The first projects that I was doing in this were GD script, which comes with Godot, right? But we've been trying to learn C#, and so I made this thing. And so if you'll notice, all of these scenes, other than the Boyd settings here, if you notice, level 1, player, bullet, these are all blank. These are all like empty, right? It's just blank space, like black background, right? We have a menu with buttons, and we have Boyd settings here with buttons, right? I instantiated everything in code with math to draw all of the assets. Let me run this. And I'll show you the code in a second, but check it out. I think I'm most proud of this one, maybe. So these are my Boyds. I did a Boyd simulation. Figured out how to do this. We're the green triangle here, and we can shoot. Pew, 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 pew. Little pew, 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 right? And they die or whatever. You can run into them, they die. There's no like health, but we've got a FPS counter just to I wanted to check the performance and stuff. We figured that out. But check this out. We can change all of these. And with there's 3 rules to Boyds, and that's cohesion, avoidance, and alignment. And these 3 magic numbers will work in harmony together if you get them just right. Let's give it, I need to adjust how much we can put in here. Let's do like this. Speed, we should up their speed a bit. Just a little bit of harmony here, and you can get like flocking mechanics. And then you get like groups of things happening here. Isn't that cool? And so and these are all right, like killable. These are like, think about, right? This is how people do like birds and fish and any kind of flocking in a game is Boyd's this. Pretty cool though, huh? I feel like we could do something with this. I made all of this and it's all in. That's really cool. Thanks. And you can take the same concept and apply it to a 3D space. I've made like a bounding circle here, and I've had, I did some code so that they bounce off. Occasionally once they start going a certain way, and again, I don't know the fine tuning of this. Like this looks pretty good right now. I kind of remembered a little bit of the fine tuning of this, but it's finicky because they can all like lock up or freeze or just fucking. The ratios here have to be right, and I don't know the ratio weight well. Anyways, I'm proud of this one. I don't know what to do with it. So the other night, I haven't really ever streamed this or showed a lot of this off ever, but I've tried to do some of this in the background. Anyways, this is last night I dove back into this, right? It's been like years basically. I like got it all reinstalled and everything and had all my files still. Anyways, this last night I went in and added the values, so you can type in like actual values. It used to just be like a slider, and I had no clue like what anything was set to, and it was like really hard to. So we added these values. Now we have like values, and I could tweak like how much. Like this is like typing now while I'm like fully interactable with the keyboard, so I'm accidentally like inputting shit. But like, I don't know. I added the value boxes last night, and I was trying to get back into the code and figure it all out and remember how to do everything that I was doing. I was trying to figure out the concept of linking. What is it? Linking signals. There's like signals that things can output, and you would see, look, they're all like gonna go in the same direction here. I want to make something, man. I want to make something. I'm fucking cooked right now. Conga line, hello. I want to make something. I don't know what to make though. So I like this concept of a thing, right? I'm really proud of it, and it's like I said, it's all instantiated in code. So let me explain what that means, maybe. So it's in the level. Okay. Surely I don't leak anything doing any of this. Anyways. Let's see. Now this is ChatGPT like a motherfucker, okay? I'm not even gonna lie. But I'm trying to learn the concepts and things to do this and how it's doing it. It's like it's ChatGPT doesn't spit all this out in one go and it just works, let me tell you. We are vibe coding the shit out of this. And I'm not ashamed to say it, but it's how I'm trying to learn, you know? It's like, and jumping back into this old code base of mine from years ago that I haven't touched, I'm very rusty. And now the AI has gotten like built in. This whole thing on the side, this whole AI chat on the side was not integrated last time I was doing this either. I was having to actually like fucking back and forth and like kind of like give it like hypotheticals, like, yeah, if I were to kind of want to do something like this, like how would I kind of maybe... Yeah, it's great. It's insane too, because it can scan your whole file and you can reference other, and you can highlight, and look, it does like the line. I realized that last night. I was like, what the fuck? It shows you like entire changes in its thinking process of why it's trying to do something. I'm like, holy shit. It's insane. I typed one letter of a line. I was trying to like, I was like, okay, I want to like, I'm going to do a line of code here, right? I need to like instantiate something, or I can't remember what the fuck I was doing last night. I needed to set like a private whatever, I don't know. And it was something even more. It was more than a basic like private static int. It was a line of code. I can't remember what it was, but it was something disgusting. And I typed like one letter and it knew exactly what I wanted to try and do. I was like, damn. It's insane. It's insane. So I'm all self-taught with ChatGPT vibe coding here, so don't get it twisted. I suck. But let me show off the what I mean by it's by what's happening here. This is all awfully written. I'm so sorry, by the way. Apply bounding circle repel force. So this is like this circle that keeps all the voids inside, right? I could not figure this out on my own. There was no way. I had to describe the concept of what I'm trying to do. And it was like, oh yeah, we can do like a repel force or whatever. Right? Yeah. It works okay. See a lot of getters. LOL. This is gonna be disgusting to look at. Don't stop. It's fun. What do you I know. It's fine, right? I don't know. It's bad. It's really bad. Bounding circle. Get bounding circle. It's not too bad. It's me. Lo, should I increase the size of the text? I didn't think about this. Is it too small? How do I do that in VS Code? Anyone know? Editor layout, appearance. Maybe like that. Is that more readable? Um. Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay, so there's a timer that's running. We like create a timer fucking up here. Create a timer that's like running. And that's what's spawning the enemies. That's what we're using to spawn the enemies. To instantiate them, right? Spawn enemy, yeah. This is the actual spawn enemy. Yeah. And we draw it. We find a position for it to spawn. Then the viewport, right. We do a random number for the number of sides. Yeah, I haven't done much C#, but in all reality, it's just C++. I tried to look at C++. My friends were like convincing me we should do it in C# essentially, because Godot supports C#, and they had experience in C#. It does come with GD script, which is essentially Python, like baked in as like its own language, but you can use C# instead. I was like, yeah, sure. I don't know. It's all essentially, foreign to me. I remember like back in the day trying to learn Java and a little bit of Python. I know a little bit of Python. Python's, the easy. Yeah, we were so this just draws random enemies. On enemy queue free. And so we free it from the list, something like this. I don't know if this is what's considered pooling. We just have a list, I think, of enemies that can be available, and we can free it from a list and add it back to the list or something. Right, list enemies. It's been forever. Like I said, I'm awful. And then, yeah, let's see. Void setting, don't. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. Mm-hmm. Undertale much? Listen, these are, these are all the values for the settings menu. Yeah. And they all connect to each other so that when you update one, it updates the slider as well as the number, right? Stop. It's fine, right? It's fine. Here's my global. Here's my global file. See? Wow. Is this good? Global stuff that we use? How's that? Here's the player script. So different. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Listen, I'm trying. It was a cool little demo though, right? This one is the so it we yeah, it was cool. um so how it works, I guess, is I'm like making a random for the enemies. I'm making a random number for the number of sides, right? So like it can be a triangle or up to a pentagon or whatever, and it's random. And it draws the shape. With math. And then it determines the front of the object again with math. And then I have like a vision cone out from that, like a ray cast from the vector of the front of the object, and I had to determine how I wanted that to look with, like, you know, pentagon with the front on a corner or on a face, you know. But I wanted to maybe do like, you know, upgraded guns or something. Wait, there's math and coding? Yeah, fucking math. And I don't know what I'm doing with half of this math, like more than half of this math. Like this, there's no way I would math.pi times 2. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But if I ask nicely the machine, it's like, oh yeah, people hundreds of years ago figured this out for you. Here you go. Here's what they found out. Here's what we know today. I literally, oh my God, let me show you. We're gonna close it. We're gonna run this. I was just calling the math function and then it's multiplying. I understand that much, but I don't understand the math behind, like, why I'm doing that for a certain part, or like how that, what's being figured out. Not all the time do I understand what's happening. Maybe the more I don't know if that makes sense. Anyways, let me show you. Yeah, hold on. In this is that 2D one that you were seeing. This right, this, or 2D through 2.5D. What do we call this? For this one, this camera rotation thing, okay? Spring arm rotation. They're random. For this thing, quaternions. Brain blast, quaternions. I had to learn about fucking quaternions. Do you know what that is? You know what that is. Tell me you know what a quaternion is right now. Quaternion. I got you. Hold on. Where is player controller? Got you. Hold on. Gotta be in the player controller here. Quaternion. New quaternion. 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 You know what this is? Have you ever seen this or used this? This is crazy. I had to learn about this because I ran into a classic mistake. I've never seen that function. I'm gonna explain what this is, to my best knowledge. It is a way to determine a vector in 3D space. A vector, right? Like a direction pointing somewhere from a point to like a ray casting out in a direction, it is the function that can do that using 4 dimensions. Some dude figured this out fucking forever ago, and it's essentially a way to point in a 3D space using 4D logic somehow. Anyways, we stick a camera on the end of that bitch. Bingo bango bongo. You know what I mean? Figure out a distance with that vector from the point, and we slap a camera on that bad boy. That way we can see our character. Now, if you don't use that, you're like, now why do you need to use... The other way to do this is Euler angles. Euler, right? I'm pretty sure it's Euler. That's how you say it. Anyways, Euler angles. Euler angles have an awful problem to them, in that you can get something called gimbal lock. Gimbal lock, where 2 of the 3 axis of rotations that Euler angles use, they use like 3 axis of rotation, right? Think of like a gyroscope kind of, I don't know how to describe that. Anyways, 2 of these lines of axis can line up and can never be undone. And you get what's called gimbal lock. And so your camera can, like, if you were to use these angles, your camera could like lock up immediately, and like you would be locked in a position, like it would be like straight vertical or whatever, and you couldn't get it out of that, no matter how hard you pulled your mouse or whatever. It was just locked there, because you got gimbal lock. So to avoid gimbal lock from Euler angles, yes, if it hits the perfect angle, it will lock up and you can't get it out. Yeah, and to avoid that, you use quaternions instead, as a good solution to just point from a vector and then slap a camera on the end of that bad boy, and then that'll never lock up ever, because it's just using some crazy 4-dimensional math to to figure out a vector from a point, and it's better. And holy shit, perfect. Pretty crazy. It's been forever since I like dove into this. And again, last night, so what I did last night was I added this, on sword area entered, and I added a couple things. I added the ability to essentially detect the enemy. On enemy area entered, yeah. Detects the sword hit. And I copied this from what I had done on the Boyds. So 6.5D, yeah. Yeah. Also, I remember learning about state machines. Do you know what state machines are? I tried to learn about these, and you can have even more than just a state machine. You want to have like concurrent state machines, concurrent, like non-exclusive state machines. State machines just to dictate like what the character, what the object is like doing, what its current state is, right? Like if it's walking or if it's attacking or whatever. But you want to have a state machine. You want to be able to walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. And with one state machine, maybe you can't do that. It gets really hard to start like mashing things together in one state machine. So instead, you want to do a movement state machine and then an attack state machine. And they work kind of together without overriding each other. problem with that becomes some animation stuff, but in my class I made a program that was basically D&D where you had text to fight a dragon as a warrior mage cleric, and you fought it till either you died or the dragon died. That's sick. You made a little game. You made like a text-based adventure. That's cool. You use C++? Surely you use C++. Yeah, and we had to have the cleric heal too. Nice. In Java. I see. Yeah, this is I want to show you another demo that I have that I haven't opened up. Those are the only two that I opened up last night. But I've got more. Just open whatever, because it's been a while. I don't know what we're going to see. I kind of want to learn Blender. I made a donut once in Blender. I did the donut thing once. A long time ago. Does it run? Does it run? Oh. Runs, but the, looks like the state machine is broken. It was broken on this one. Was this in GD script? This is in GD script. So I abandoned this. I haven't opened this one in a while because it's GD script. So we don't really care about this. That one's a bad one. All right, let me. We had better. Hold on now. Can't remember. One of these I worked on with my friends for sure. Could have been this one. Definitely this one. Maybe. Does this one run? Wow. Like nearest for that to clean that up. All these textures, look at that. Look at that, a menu. Wow, here I did the menu. Oh, we're missing the probably the assets for these. Oh boy, that diagonal walk. Listen. I think I remember in one of these versions I had fixed that. Here's an inventory, check it. Oh yeah. Wow, Hero did this. Look at that. Have an attack. We definitely worked on this one, and I'm missing some assets. There were some enemies and stuff. Some onions and stuff. Funny. Okay, hold on. What else do we have? I don't know. I remember. Okay, so this was one of my first ones. This was one of my first pixel arts. This is all me, baby. It's like a little mushroom dude. Okay. This, I love this game that I made this one. All me, baby. The problem is, again, this is in GD script and not C#. So I like mentally decided to abandon trying to do GD script, and so maybe I want to revisit a game like this when you know, and maybe next I try it. But check it out. So we've got a Look at the little gun, and it points at the cursor and like floats around. Look at that. Look at the. Oh yeah. I'm gonna shoot. Look at that. Oh yeah. Wow, and the bullet comes out of the tip of the gun. That's crazy. How did he do it? That's crazy. Sheesh. Pretty cool little floaty gun like that with the mouse. And then check it out. Pushes with the mouse, the game. Like the window like pushes the screen a little, right? It does like this. It's a cool little. Oh yeah. Let me check. Let me show you the oh yeah. Pew 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 pew. Okay. So my favorite part is I made movement in the game. So this was like one of my first things that I did as I made this. Games with good movement are what make the game. That was my theory going into this one. I wanted like fun movement. So, and I liked how this feels. I like how this feels to just jump around or whatever. That was my whole goal for this. But again, it was made in GDScript, and so I'm not using GDScript right now, and I don't know exactly. Yeah. Pretty cool though. I was really proud of this one. I was proud with the camera. I was proud with the floating gun. I didn't know what I wanted to do for arms or whatever. I was like, okay, what if I get like a something? Yeah, inspiration from like remember Madness back in the day? I think it was called. It's like a Flash animation thing called Madness. Classic. Yeah, this is all in GDScript. So if I look at this is what GDScript looks like. Not gonna know. It's not gonna syntax any of this. Like, yeah. But it's like Python. Very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, like really like Python. It is like a derivative of Python, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if I revisit this. Huh. I don't know how to clean. It's like some of these, maybe the assets are like small. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't figured out some resolution stuff or whatever. Um, what do I want to work on? I wanted to do something last night. What did I want to do? It was with either of these two games. I want to focus on these two games. My little Boyd simulation thing, and then this thing. But I don't know what I want to do next for this thing or try to attempt to do. I think I wanted to. I would have to put in the level, the code in the level to spawn more enemies. Like I have in the Boyds. I would copy over basically what I have from the Boyd section of spawning and try to spawn more enemies like my Boyd simulation does. The problem is I have it like bounded in a certain area of the viewport in a 2D plane, right? And this is a little different. So I would have to translate like that to instead be like distance from player. From this side it didn't hit because it's a different animation that's playing, and I don't know how to fix that either. I don't, there's a lot wrong with this. Yeah, I'll be back in a bit, no worries. What do I focus on first? Drawing. Have fun, Meng. Thanks, dude. Mm. I don't know what I want to do. Mm. Mm-hmm. We need to make a global file for this project because I don't have one, I think. Like I just yeah. Be able to like clean up where a lot of these variables are at into a global. How I want to approach this. Do I make the global file first and then Hmm. Is that real content? Oh, this isn't didn't even see that. Wait. My chat's broken. I have to fix it. Somehow. Hmm. How do I fix this? Hmm. There we go. I don't know how long ago you were in here, Tino, but yeah, we're in here, dude. Yeah, a little bit of awful coding. A little bit of awful coding. Don't look. um, what do I want to do first for my little game here? I'm thinking I'm thinking. I make a global file first. And then I can try and spawn in multiple enemies. I think I should. Okay, let's see. Global. And I want to steal. I'm going to steal this from my other game here. Let's see. This guy. Let me, I think this is a little too, maybe that. From this one, voids. I'm not gonna need all these variables for sure. There's a way I can split these up, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, let's see. These I probably won't need for a while. Can I leave it as is? That's my question right now. I think I can. Save it. Just double checking. I don't think anything like fucks up here. Because nothing is applied. These are all just like random. Which is fine. We'll probably actually use some of this. Hold on. And we reference it like this. Right. Okay. You know, that's right. Been so long. What am I looking at here? The real question. Yeah. Right. Would be in the controllers, I suppose, right? Hmm. Hmm. Um. I should do a level script as well, right? Pretty sure. Level script as well. That's what we're missing here. Like a world. Be the I think it would be on this node 3D, right? It's got to be. I'm at level 1. And then again, we're going to rip this straight from my Boyd game. We're going to, let's just copy this whole thing. Now, this is not going to work right because it's going to use, it's going to use references to things that are broken and stuff. I understand this. We'll fix that. We'll fix that right up. Bounding circle. Bounding circle is its own class. Okay. Can the AI do it? I'm wondering if I can have it try and attempt to do something like this. Just with the entire script. Take this and change it for 3D around a player. Let's see what it tries to do. This is crazy. I used this a couple times last night and I was like, what the fuck? Okay, understood. Sure. Okay, hold on. Oh, I didn't do it in the right one. Wait, we have to undo. Wait, undo all. Undo all for sure. Yeah. But I need to ask the same question again in the other file. Hold on. Let's save this first. Because this one, we don't want to change. This one's great. Okay. Need to be careful about that. I don't have version control, by the way. I had GitHub set up at a point with the homies, but there is no version control here. Oh, it's trial by fire. Surely this does this again. Oh, wait. No. Wait. Is this... Because it was in bounding circle, right? Yeah. I need to make a bounding circle script. So it's not for level. That's for bounding circle. I do need to make a... Okay, we copy that over then. Wait. We definitely want to do this. New script, bounding circle. New script, bounding circle. Okay. Bounding circle. We're gonna copy this. This is all my shitty code anyway, so not cheating. Enemies, newest enemy. Enemy controller. I think these just have to be renamed here. Controller. Apply repel force in enemy controller. We'll have to look at. We're gonna have these acting like Boyds. Next thing you know. I don't need to have this part. The asterisk? I feel like it is. Like that? No? How do I comment out a whole section? I forget. Something like that. Oh, it's just one. I was close. Crazy with it. I don't think I have to do that. On spawn timer timeout. I don't know what'll happen here. That loads. I don't think I can just swap that to vector 3. And surely not. Not like that'll float, float, float. I think a lot of this should be. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. It did that whole thing that I tried to comment out too. Let's try it. Sure. What does this do? Does this even run? Accepting that. It's gonna not run at all. The chances. I don't think anything. Indeed. Do we still need to? Still need to connect some things up, I think. Okay, it's, you know what? It ran. Hold on. so I don't know about. Mm. Should be right. Hmm. Hmm. Wait, is this already? It is. Radius 3. Radius. Does this just work if I say? What is it trying to tell me? Weird. To add like a curly brace and it fucked everything up. What am I using this for? Anything? I don't think so. Okay. I'm using this for anything. Maybe health and size. Thinking what I want. The other game. I do want like health, size. Speed. Health, size, speed, damage. Maybe even. Health, size, speed, damage, thinking. I mean, everything but color here. Honestly, everything but color here. Can we repurpose this whole thing? Thoughts? What would we be replacing in the controller, enemy controller? Keep that. Handle change sprite. Right. I mean, that could be randomized, right? I'm thinking it's so close. Like, we're close. The way. Yeah. Enemy. Hmm. How do I add? I remember this being an annoying thing. Is it because of where I'm at? Can I do this? Does that show me more here? How do I add? Hmm. How do I do this? Hold on. Let me look through something. Let me check something. Hold on. Hmm. No. Um. Oh, there we go. I think I got it. Maybe. Is that right? Is that right? And then I can do this. We want enemy. Enemy and enemy controller. Okay. Um. Oh. Collapse it. Oh God. That's that thing. Can I move it? Please? No, I'm not allowed to move it. It's so annoying. Oh. Uh, I don't know. It's annoying that it's like there taking up so much real estate, but okay. I guess we can just hide it. Pilot usage. Whoa. I only get so many. Oh. Once resets, January 26th. That's crazy. Whoa. See, because it's a GitHub like integrated feature with Copilot. That's kind of crazy. That's insane. Huh. That's crazy. Enemy and enemy controller. We were trying to make this like that. Hmm. Um. Oh. Hmm. This is the level 1 script now, right? Yeah. Does it still run? Oh, something's happening. Um. Fine. Fine. Where is this? Enemy controller 43. Hmm. 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 I'm calling for functions in things that haven't been like instantiated yet. I think maybe. Hmm. 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 Know what he wants. You know what he wants. Part everything. Hmm. Crazy, huh? Hmm. Oh no. Something was crashing. Interesting. Oh. Oh. Yo, what up? The Lashkov. I was coding. Awful. I broke it. I don't know what I broke. Hmm. Yeah. I'm ready to bang out some 5M scripts. Uh-huh. Got my credit card on standby. But he's gonna teach me a little bit of 5M shit. Hell yeah. Mm. Spawn enemy. Here? Still crashing. Yeah, Lua. Lua's nice and easy, I think. It's close to Python. It's still broken. Yeah, you want to see my voids? I can only run this one for so long before it crashes right now because I'm trying to spawn in multiple enemies right now. I'll show you what I'm trying to do. It's one of my projects, but 2D dude in a 3D world. Crashing. We have to fix that. But we're trying to do what I did in this one. This is also mine. I'm just trying to repurpose the code that I made. My little Boyd simulation, my Boyds. Boyds are cool. You can give them a couple parameters here. And they start like grouping, like birds or like fish start flocking. So I'm gonna try and implement this into the other one that you were seeing. Like they're like spawning and they have like these, vision cones. But we just kind of started copy pasting some of the code that I had from this one into the other one. And so it's all broken and a mess right now. And it's spawning invisible entities that it can't reference. And it's awesome. These are my Boyds. My flocking Boyds. They're going to implement this into my little other little game there. But pretty cool, pretty cool. Yeah, the problem is the code for this looks like this, and it's awful, and it's terrible. But that's okay. One. So I'm going through and pruning this. Get rid of the things that we don't need. And converting it to 3D as well too, because in this level script it's checking in a 2D plane based on just the viewport. It's different. We need to add it. We need to make it so that it spawns enemies in a circle around the player. But I'm thinking how and why currently crashing. I think it's because trying to spawn shit, I'm pretty sure, and like failing right now. Current sprite flip H. It's like trying to reference something, but it's because there's a list of them, it can't. Which means I need to look at the enemy controller and enemy of each game here. They're being handled differently. References the level here. Side event handlers a bit down. Shape properties. You don't need any of that mess. Like color maybe, but they're made completely different. Thinking. Private list enemy neighbors. Doesn't have like an initialize or anything like that. So we need to add all that. That's like literally what's going on right now is we don't have this initializing anything because I was just like manually placing them essentially, right? Um what do we want to grab here? Don't need any of that. Elf we already have. Need to reference the player, I suppose. I don't know where we reference it at in here though. Level player on ready. On bounding circle. Um, we have a public enemy controller. Instructor. Right, so when I call to make an enemy, that's what it goes to. Initialize a random direction, yes. Copy. Before ready. So we don't need this. We don't need this. Nope. We keep all this. I don't know if Vision Cone is going to come out right. We'll leave color, I guess. I think I'd just get rid of it for now. No. Hmm. 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 I don't think that matters. Um. Why does that work? It does. Hmm. Where am I sitting this? Enemy controller to enemy sprite. Something isn't right. Hmm. Let's just set it to skeleton for now. I think that's necessary for now. Handle change sprite. Current sprite equals. It'll change sprite. Still gonna crash for the same reason, right? Type method must have return type. Oh, I gotta name an enemy controller because I'm an idiot. Is that the issue? Enemy controller. Enemy controller. Forgot to update these. Save. Okay. Fair. New issues. That's fine. Understood. It should come from global. I haven't declared them up here though. So That was a boo-boo, I guess. For now. Hey, what is going on here? Awful. Just terrible. A lot of copy paste, a lot of questions, but it's fine. We're hanging out. I'm trying to. I'll get this to run again. I don't have version control anymore. You know, that used to be a thing. See if I can get this running again. It can crash right away. Oh, but he's broken. What game you want to make? I don't know. This is a thing that I was working on. I broke the bad guys. So I've been working on a couple projects, and I'm trying to get back into this. It's been a while since I've touched any of these. I've got this little thing, and then I've got this thing. Right now, I'm trying to make my enemies in the first one that you just saw kind of spawn with void settings, kind of like this one right now. So if I can make my enemies spawn in the one that you saw just a second ago, you know, like this, where they're just kind of popping in a radius around the player, kind of, and move and stuff. But I'm stealing code from my other project that it's bad. All of it's bad. Bad code mixed with AI questions and code. And I haven't seen it in years, basically. So that's where we're like. So I would like to make my enemies spawn it. It ran this time, but now global instance is null. Ensure global node is added to the scene. What kind of prompt you even had to start off? Many prompts long ago. Many prompts long ago. I don't know. I wanted this was supposed to be a little like 2.5D game. Some kind of. I like the concept of like 2D art in a 3D world. People call it a 2.5D game or whatever, right? There's like getting just the camera controller to work and like show like the sides of the character, the front at the right angles, right? Showing the right animation player for that. Learning quaternions. I remember learning about quaternions and avoiding gimbal lock with Euler angles by using quaternions instead for like what's holding the camera here essentially in place. You know, it's just a lot of learning experience trying to figure out what I want to do. This isn't crashing like crazy anymore. Global instance null. Ensure global node is added to the scene. I'm referencing the global file. This project didn't have a global script, and I just made one, but now it's not being referenced, I assume, is what this is meaning. Probably properly. Somewhere in here. All of this is trying to use the global file. Do I have to do something to make that work right? So yeah, I'm trying to steal code from one of my projects to another, essentially, and get this to work right, to spawn enemies. Vibe coding until I reach 1 million MRR is crazy. I don't claim to be good at all or anything. It's just asking. I'm trying to learn certain concepts and things. this is all just a mess. This is all just awful. I'm sure. But it's been so long since I've gone into this. I don't remember a lot of what is going on here. I could explain some things that are happening here, for sure. I was really proud of this one. This is what we're stealing from. This is working correctly. This is the little geometric Space Invaders thing that you just saw. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I look up tutorials and things, and I try and learn concepts of stuff. AI, I mean, it took my job. AI, it's somewhat useful, but then it can fuck up all the time. I have to double check everything that it does. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to figure out like having, multiple enemies on a screen with good frame rates and learning about voids. This was my void simulation. But I want to take the code that we did for this and kind of apply it to the other one. And there's a lot of backend stuff that wasn't like the global file and just like a script for the level to be spawning in things and stuff like that. Like none of that existed in that old project. So I'm pretty proud of this little thing that I made. All of the enemies are like instantiated randomly with math, with like how many sides there are and their colors, and then figuring out like the front of them for the vision cone was a challenge in itself. Yeah, I was really proud of this one. I was really proud of this. And then the other night I opened it up, and it's like I said, it's been like a couple of years basically since I've looked at the code or anything or like tried any of this mess. And I added these. I think in Godot it's called spin boxes. Again, vibe coded like hell. But I was happy because these now I can see values and I can adjust because these sliders are awful to deal with or whatever. Yeah, I'm happy because this is all in code. The player is, again, it's not like it's the bullet itself and then the enemy. They're all done with math that I'm bad at. But this is that file for the enemy at least and how it's doing that. But trying to take this and then apply it to that 2.5D game has been a challenge a little bit here. So right now it's running. It's not crashing anymore. It was crashing a little bit ago because it was really not doing good. But it's saying so the enemy's clearly broken. And it looks like it's trying to spawn the enemies. Ensure global node is added to the scene. So let me double check this. If I go to level 1, there's not like a global node added on this. Let's go to the script. Does it make a thing? Surely. Why you don't just ask AI to fix it for you? Yeah, well, I have to know what I'm asking it. I have to know what I'm asking it, right? I have to like know what I'm asking it, at least in some kind of sense. I have a couple times now for sure already. But there's like you have to do it in sections, and you have to do it in like you have to kind of know and give it boundaries of what it should be doing. Put the error in a Godot engine into AI and say fix it. Listen. Kinda. I like trying to figure out at least a little bit of what's happening with it. I think somehow this is referencing the global file and the other one isn't. I thought it would be system, using system. I'm not using system. Using directive is unnecessary. Your experience with coding? Are you elite coder? Why is this working the way it is? For me, please. Interesting. Interesting. None of that. Not that. Global instance is null. Sure, global node is added to the scene, but shouldn't be. It's this. It's not working. Hmm. Interesting. Accessing global instance in a constructor will always be unsafe. Interesting. Why? Other project reviews static globals. Find values and ready. This has. Sorry, it was AFK. So where is your logging problem occurring? I believe it is in this file here. I think it is happening right here. Because it's trying to reference the global file in a constructor, but that's a bad thing. But it works in my other project because I did something else that's probably bad to get it to work. It works in this one. Oops. Works in this one, but it doesn't work in this one. These are two separate projects, and again, I'm trying to like take the code from, trying to repurpose, you know. So I think it's getting hung up on using the global file essentially that I'm trying to reference there. I don't understand why necessarily yet though. What is global? Like a file that has all of my variables that I would need across different sections, I guess. That makes sense? Global. I'll open it here. Global. 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 The global node. But I need to figure out level 1. I quit. Global isn't tied to a thing in this. No. Global just exists in this that I'm aware, right? Global in scripts here. You include global. If I look at the one that's working, does this include global somewhere? Not these at the top, right? Using system. Include global. How is this one using it? Level 1. includes an enemy controller. Global? Includes, the includes at the top, right? So this is what you see. Includes. I don't have anything that says include. I don't think. How do I do that? I don't think I have any of those. Does this have any includes? This doesn't have any includes. One that's working doesn't have any include. How do I do that? Yeah, I'm in C#. Right. It's not GD script. GD script is using include, right? Is that right? I think that's what you're... Should I not use C#? Had people and global no. Oh. Like this is that file that I'm trying to reference here, but public side. Oh, this is why this is printing. Oh, that's big. That's big. We found out why it's printing. That's big. Getter for the instance. Public static global instance. Get. Okay. What does this mean? Control Shift F. This is gonna be awful. I don't think it's that. No. Huh. Never looked at these in my life. Do you call ready on enemy controller? Wait, how do I go back? Your search results. Already on enemy controller. Hold on. Ready on enemy controller. Yes. Somewhere here. Public override void ready. Yeah, I mean, the ready, I don't know, like call ready. It just happens, right? Like you're looking at me, you're like, what is happening here? What is happening? For ready? It. Right here. You don't call it. It just happens. It just goes. Yeah. So let's see. This is the working one, right? See? Base dot ready? Is that? Oh. I see. Which is initializer of global. Boom, you taught me something. Okay. Interesting. Base dot ready is the initializer of global. Okay. Why is that the case? Huh. That's big help. That's big help. Thanks, man. I don't know. Because you're using override. Okay. Okay, definitely still broken, but it's like it runs, you know? It's like global instance is null. Your global node is added to the scene. So still same thing here. Let's see. Interesting. Base dot ready. Doing anything else in here? I need to initialize with random direction. Right? I don't know if I've copied that bit of code yet. Give me enemy controller class definition, please. Character body 3D. Is that what you mean? Or partial class? Is that what you mean? Public partial. I like how someone who's good at code is looking at my code. The enemy.cs. Here's enemy.cs. Character body 2D. You're probably losing your mind looking at this. Oh, it doesn't, I know what you're trying to do. It does it in the editor for Godot, but not for in VS Code. Go to definition. I don't know how to get there from here. If I were to look, here, I think. Change global CS. No, they get like if I just save it, it works. If I save it, it works. Global CS text. you want to test it, sure. But yeah, I know for a fact when I save it and then just reload the game, it works. It doesn't work like on the fly with the game open, but you want to do it in the broken one. Yeah, this one. Save a broken file here. Got you. Yeah, it just works on restart when I save the file. Oh, this. I see. You want this, something like this, to see the update. There you go. Yeah. Sorry, YouTube crashed. No worries. No, so global is not ready. Hmm. Use something else than print error. I mean, you just want print. Oh. Hmm. It's just this is. No, it doesn't get run. No, not even once. Is it static or something? Interesting. You can see the character body 3D class file. Character body 3D class file. Control P. I don't think it. You're talking about this? Like the enemy controller bit? It's not. The documentation doesn't show up in VS Code like that, I think, is what you're looking for. Enemy controller is the character body 3D. Hmm. Hmm. Global. Huh. Hmm. I don't know. Everything is saying not to do. Everything that I'm seeing says not to do this, where I'm referencing global in a connect or in a constructor. Then they say to put it in ready. You just take this whole thing and put it in ready. Obviously on the one that's not working here. This whole thing, instead of being in the constructor, put it in ready. I'm still referencing it in like a custom constructor here though too. I have two different constructors. I have a default with globals, and then I have one with like, you know, assigned values or whatever if they wanted to do assigned values. You have perhaps main scene. Level 1 might be the main scene that you would be on level 1 here. Again, we were pruning this to get rid of the, could be this. Or make it this is what you would want. Node 3D. This would be the file. This is the main scene. Control Shift F. Nope. No, we're screwed. Fragile. Odd child player and enemy in this, which we've commented out here for that. Some of these. Spawn enemy. Add child enemy. Yeah, this already seems to be the correct entry point. Ready in here. Hold on. Ready. Ready. This is the ready. We're fucked. It's over. I don't want to add a player. We're just grabbing the player that's I'm spawning in. Instead of in the other one, I was drawing the player, drawing all the enemies, drawing the bullets. So I would instantiate that. I didn't like. In this one, we can just reference the player as a node, but we still want to spawn. So this, by the way, does this spawn timer. This is the thing that's doing our stuff. So let me go to it. On spawn timer timeout. By the way, this spawns our thing. And then this calls spawn enemy. It makes that timer, and that timer is linked. Checking something one moment. Nice. Failing. Settings of Godot, sure. Project settings, probably. Oh, auto load global. I forgot about this. No, you're right. I think you're right. I forgot about this. Wait. Auto load. Project settings auto load. Globals. Auto load. Oh my god, you're a genius. You're a genius. I forgot about it. It's been years. Oh my god. Wait. I vaguely remember this. How do I do this though? I forgot about this. How do I set this? Oh, here. Scripts. Global. Add. Enable. Oh my god, now it's crashing in other ways. Now it's gonna lag out and crash because it's trying to spawn all these enemies that are like failing or something. They're like invisible. Yeah, here it is. It's crashing. Okay, we got past that. That's great. Let's go. Now it's crashing for other reasons. That's awesome. That's good. We're back to it crashing for this. Because now I think in my code, I'm trying to spawn multiple enemies now. And now, with how I handle the sprite and flipping the sprite, I think it's trying to differentiate between all of the different enemy objects, but there's no way that it's differentiating between any of them. So it's failing somehow. I think that's my next. It's failing here at the current sprite flip. It's gotta be. It's like trying to pick maybe. It's just gonna be referencing all the same animation players and stuff, I think. I don't know how to fix any of that. I'll have to figure that out. I don't know. Alt Shift F. That do. Control KS. Oh lordy. Holy. Control K then S. What does that do? Saved and formatted now. Error code is formatted and easier to read. Ooh. For me. Okay. Well, that's in this pop-up. I should probably do that here. Give me the instructions again. What is this? Alt-Shift-F. Alt-Shift-F. Whatever this does. Okay. Control-K. Sure. What's the next error? I like how you're just helping me build my thing. I think what's happening. Okay, so now it's like spawning invisible shit. I think. I'm gonna explain what I think is happening and why it's breaking. Like just spawning hundreds of instances of shit or trying to reference things and it's breaking like crazy. And it crashes. Yeah, it's because this is happening in the enemy controller. It's hitting this current sprite flip H. It's trying to. No, I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm following the error to where the problem is. I think this is what's happening though. It's because when I built this out, right, this thing, I've placed down a player entity and an enemy entity in here. But now we're trying to make it so that the level is spawning the enemies instead, right? And it's now successfully spawning the enemies, but it's like overloading, like they're I think it's because it's referencing the animation player. I only have like one animation player it could be referencing, maybe. Let's see though. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. System null reference. In enemy controller at 220. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. That's right here. Yeah, current sprite is null here. Current sprite is defined as animated sprite 3D. And let's see. Current sprite equals get node animated sprite 3D enemy sprite in ready. Enemy sprite. Control F. What is enemy sprite? Just a file. Enemy sprite. It's been years. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember exactly how I did this. In enemy, it's supposed to be this animated sprite 3D, I believe. Thinking. Hold on. Yeah, because this is the enemy controller. I mean, code. Enemy controller. Enemy sprite. Public string enemy sprite. This thing. Public string. It's a string. And the string translates to skeleton slime onion. Right here. Handle change sprite. It's using this switch thing. It's like a definition book or something like that. Yeah. Look at that. Go back, Control F. Uh-huh. Current sprite. If current sprite is null, handle change sprite. To the beginning. Animated sprite 3D is current sprite. These are the constructors. It's not in the constructor at all. It's not an initialize. It's not an initialize with random direction. It's in the ready. In ready here, current sprite equals, it'll get node. Oh yeah, next search up and down arrows. Yeah, listen, okay, I'm showing you where it is. I didn't miss anything, okay? Do you see? This is in ready. In the physics, if it's null, handle change sprite. This is where it's null. Yeah, on 220. Yeah. Dying. Yeah, this is it. Handle change sprite should be happening. Where's that at? Handle change sprite. Handle change sprite. This should be happening, but then it's not working. I think the goal was under this enemy, we would have another animated sprite 3D. I would duplicate this, name it slime, and have the animation player and stuff, you know, reflect the slime sprites in here. And it would pick to show which enemy technically in the instance to like display. Does that make sense? Maybe it's a bad idea or a bad thing to do. Yeah, slime and the others won't work. Just skeleton for right now. Correct. Yeah, that's right. But it should be detecting that this is skeleton and should just like continue on with the rest of it right now. It shouldn't necessarily get hung up anywhere on it not being accessible to the others. I don't think. But yes, you're right. Listen, there's a lot of stuff that isn't connected up here, okay? We're flailing. But yes, that's true. But this should just detect the skeleton thing and get on with it, though. I do want to create a bunch of skeletons. That is the goal right now. I want this to initiate or instantiate multiple skeletons. Yes. That is the goal at the moment. Like what we were doing with the geometry thing, with the Space Invaders thing here, where all the enemies are spawning in. I want to do that with the skeletons. That is what we are trying to achieve. Yes. This must be awful to look at, by the way. This must be terrible. This is... My friend watches my YouTube VODs back sometimes, so he's going to see this and he's going to laugh so hard at this code. E36. Oh, I see. 3D print. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Little delay there. I got it. Okay. GD print. Oh, it's not. Stop. How do I? Hates me. I'm just gonna copy and paste. I got it. Something like that, maybe. Holy shit. I got you. I'll use the AI, okay? We'll use it. We used it. The IntelliSense. Null. Fucking... Null, by the way. Enemy sprite's non-existing, therefore your problem. Bingo. How do I fix that? Okay, enemy sprite. Assuming enemy sprite is the name of the node. Current sprite. Get node enemy sprite. It's maybe not. Assuming enemy was child of enemy sprite. Not this. Is it not? It's nothing. You never set enemy sprite. Need to set it. But go to an AI, tell him you want to tell you if you ever set enemy sprite. Holy fuck. Yeah, I got you. I got you. You know what? Not gonna be. Not gonna fit. AI is yelling at me. It's saying, "You must have got this from the old model of ChatGPT." It does not like that I am trying to reference global. It still does not like that I'm trying to reference global in the constructor. It's like, you need to move that to the ready section. But yeah, it said no. I did not set enemy sprite ever. Uh, uh, you're not sharing AI screen, by the way. Yeah, true. Um, got you. Share it. Look, it's saying no. I never said it. And then it yells at me for trying to do global in the constructor. Says I should do this. But that's not what we're trying to do. You never assign it in code. It is only set if you assign it in the inspector. Oh, if spawned via new enemy controller, it will be null. This line proves it. Correct ways to set enemy sprite. Set before adding to scene. Enemy equals new enemy controller. Hold on. I will do that. Hold on. Ugh. It's whatever. Okay, let me see. Just say equal skeleton. Go to code on line 12, add equal skeleton. That way you define and initialize it. Line 12. Just do it here. I put a space in it immediately. That's crazy. It's listening. See, I see. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that. And then we run. Still no? I saved, right? Yeah, I saved. What's next? Toggle change sprite. Node not found skeleton relative to root node 3D character body 3D. The structure is wrong. I think you should point into skeleton sprite like the actual file. But I'm using... It'd be this. Copy notice path. What if we do this? Copy notice path. Under assets maybe. But it's yeah, it's one of these. I don't know which one though. Let me see. Sprites. Skeleton. But it's like you have to like load up the full thing in the animation player and do like all the frames and stuff. It shouldn't be the file, right? I'm not trying to like spawn a PNG. This is like a tile set. It should point to this animated sprite 3D. It should be this that it points to. Like for sure. I don't know, Godot, so trying to help you best I can. No worries, man. I think this is funny. I appreciate you helping in any respect. I'm just sitting here, you know, banging my head into the wall. Show me where an enemy sprite is used. So here on the get set. In the ready here. Get node to animated sprite 3D enemy sprite. This should just be skeleton, right? Yeah. I just do that and fix it. Where's this bad? Okay, we have to put this on pause. My wife is wanting to play some League of Legends. But this has been really helpful. Diving back into this is crazy. This is definitely where we're at next time. Come back to this. Yeah, I'm gonna play some League of Legends. I gotta carry my wife in some League of Legends. This is fun though. This is fun. Tilko Mamilko. Thanks, man. For real. I don't know what you code in or what your knowledge for coding is, but it is clearly more extensive than mine. I appreciate the help, for real. So that was a lot of fun. I'll be doing this some more. So thanks for hanging out. I don't know if you enjoy League of Legends, but let me do this. I'm deafened. Oh, in Discord. Yes, I am.
Nice. Welcome back. I didn't know if you knew.
Yeah, sorry. Wow, that was fun. We broke our game a little.
Uh-oh.
Be expected. But we were fixing it. And some guy was
So you
helping
gotta
me.
play. Yeah, I saw. So you gotta play norms on that one account. Did you
Yeah.
want to get on that account to play? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the plan.
Can you only play Swift play or can you play draft?
No, I could play draft, yeah.
Okay, I just want to make
Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna end the YouTube stream. There's a few people in here that are hanging out, but I'm gonna restart the YouTube stream. I stream on both Twitch and YouTube here, but I'm gonna restart YouTube. It'll just be for League of Legends, so I can change the thumbnail and stuff because I don't really like doing that midstream. So, yeah, I'll be back.
I mean, it makes sense to do because